The VA pays me $4,000 every single month. I've helped out tens of thousands of fellow veterans boost their ratings and maximize, and I'm going to help you do the same with this video. We're going to go through the doomsday scenario which most veterans go down, the path that leads to the worst rating possible, and how to avoid it, more importantly. I'm Jordan Anderson with VAClaimsAcademy.com. Let's get into it. You're going to want to stay till the very end there, because if this starts to look familiar to you as I work down this diagram into where we get firmly into dumpster fire territory for your VA claim, then that means that you're underrated, you're leaving money on the table each and every month. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you the right way. We're going to flip it so that you don't lose that cash. Now, here we start with every single VA rating. Who is born knowing how to do VA claims and knowing 38 CFR M21-1? No one. So everyone starts right here, this white square. I'm going to call this unknown. We're going to actually call this unknown because that's really what it is. There are things that you simply don't know that you don't know. And that's kind of where we all start off on as veterans. You hear about this VA claim stuff, you think that, hey, you know what, that's only if you look like Lieutenant Dan or something like that. That's not for me. And then you start to learn a little bit. Now, here is the first place where things can go wrong. You can either get good intel, or what most of us get at the very beginning when we first learn about VA claims, we get bad intel. Now, this is so harmful. This can come from a number of places. This could come from military leadership while we're still in, if you even, if they talk to you about VA claims at all, which is sort of rare. This could come from other veterans. Maybe you're at the bar and, one of your neighbors or another veteran is talking to you and saying, hey, you know what? I finally got my 30% rating. I used this VSO and they did great for me. I can't believe it. I got 30%. I thought I deserved 0. Well, that actually seems like good information, but maybe that veteran actually deserved 70% and they don't even realize they're underrated. So you go to that same referred person thinking that, oh wow, they're gonna get me maximized too. And that perpetuates so on and so forth. That is something so common that we have. Bad intelligence. What's the easiest way to sabotage someone in battle? You feed them bad intel, and the same thing can happen with VA claims. Of course, bad intel leads to bad moves, right? Playing checkers instead of chess, which leads to, you guessed it, very simple, a bad claim. And this could be, just a sub-optimized claim. Garbage in, garbage out. Whatever level of effort, of investment into yourself that you put into this process, that is what you're going to get consistently out of it on a consistent basis. So if you're, just kind of hot dogging it, that's what you're going to receive. You're going to receive a hot dog of a rating, and this is exactly what happens. As you can see, we're here moving, encroaching upon dumpster fire territory very quickly, and it's only been just a very normal, reasonable scenario. So after a bad claim, what happens? We get a bad rating. Now, this could go one of two ways. Sometimes you don't know that your rating is bad, and this happens for years. I have clients that it's been like that for decades and decades until finally they've seen something on maybe Facebook. Someone shared a video, maybe one of my videos or another VA rating channel video. Guys, quick pause. That is why it's so important. If you know this stuff, once you are finally awakened to the fact that you can maximize your VA claim and take the process by the horns, you got to share it with your fellow vets, because this could be legitimately life-saving information for some people. But you have those who know they have a bad rating, and it's okay. It's a little discouraging. Sometimes they feel like the VA is calling them a liar, and that can hurt, right? But almost even worse is when you have a bad rating and you don't know it. And finally, when you do figure it out decades later, you kind of do the math in your head and realize, wow, I lost how many thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands. Now, you think that this is maybe the worst it gets. It actually gets a little bit worse, because this could lead to veterans at that point immediately having a knee-jerk reaction. For those who know that they have a bad rating, it's like, hey, you know what? I probably should have gotten service connected for this. I know this happened in service. I was discouraged from going to the doctor. You know what? I'm going straight to the Board of Veterans Appeals. Now this, if you've seen my channel before, this is a process that could take years and years and years to resolve, and oftentimes it's not even in the veteran's favor. I believe it was, Phil Jackson. I'm a bit of a Lakers fan, but there was a coach, legendary coach, and he talked about this concept. I'm actually going to write this on the board. There's a concept called CFUs. Now the actual abbreviation is a bit more colorful, but let's call this compound mess ups. Okay, this is when you have a bad thing happen, like a bad VA rating, and then you compound that with messing up again, which is going straight to the appeals process rather than reverse engineering why your rating was bad and fixing it at the source. So that will rack up your CFU metric right up, right? We're compounding the mess ups, and this ultimately leads to bad things. Very simple. Why is that? Because how tired is a veteran? First of all, think about the feeling of betrayal, right? You're told in service, hey, don't go to the doctor. It's okay. You're going to get your disability rating. We'll take care of you on the back end. And then maybe the veteran feels like they're pretending that they didn't actually get hurt in service. And then maybe they go through the appeals process for 5 years, get worn down, just to be, oh yeah, we confirmed that, yeah, this disability wasn't service connected. When you talk about the mental health of veterans, we all know the numbers. This is when bad things can happen. So VA claims are a tremendously serious topic for this reason. It's not just about getting a check. It's not just about getting paid. There's no trade for your health, for your quality of life. And when bad things happen with this path, it could get ugly. Now, what happens on the other side? We can have good intel. So again, you sharing these videos, posting them to your Facebook, take a break from a political meme today, post this to your Facebook, another VA claim YouTube channel, share their videos around, comment. All this is great because it only takes stumbling upon one of these videos once until you're fired up and your life has changed forever. You get some good intelligence. We still started out at the unknown territory, but now we got good intel, okay? We're gonna file a good claim, very simple. And can you still get denied with a good claim? Yeah, you totally can. But when you have good intel, you know that that's not the end of the story. You know that there's means before going to the Board of Veterans Appeals that you can do a supplemental claim, a higher level review, outside the scope of this video, but you know that there's hope now because you're educated on the process. This, of course, on average, results in a higher rating. And that's a beautiful thing, because now, as you can see here, we're securely in GigaChad territory or GigaChadette territory at this point, and we're living good. And now we could even share this with other vets. So it's not just you at this point who's had a life-changing rating. You can be a battle buddy to someone else now. It's not just about taking care of each other while we're in the service. How about taking care of each other while we're out of the service and where we feel the most lonely? I hope this video helped you out with that perspective switch at how the difference could be between good intel, bad intel, and getting other vets on the right path. Please like this video if it provided you value. Sound off with your thoughts down below and share this with someone who needs it. Cheers.